James Jordan isn't allowed to be that good. I'm never going to a barbecue again. Now, it was quarter-final weekend and our three remaining celebrities had two routines to learn. One ballroom and one Latin. It's time to put them under the microscope in Choreography Corner. Please welcome Erin Bogan, Ian Waite. The dream team.
Yes.
Thank you so much for it. Look how smart you look.
I know,
Both
I'm
of
feeling
you.
Very Christmassy, isn't it?
It's very Christmassy. Erin, what did you think of the overall standard of choreography on Saturday?
Lovely. I think the professionals choreographed their celebrities' routines really well and gave them something that really suited them.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Ian, you've both been in this semi-finals before. What are our celebrities and our professionals going through? How does that even work? It must be so tense.
Well, you know, the thing is, we've both been there, haven't we?
We have.
Still haven't got that silver ball.
Thank you for that.
You can have this one at the end of the series.
Twice,
yeah, we have that one.
And I have to say, at this point, the goal and the dream is to make the final. So
Yeah,
you'll do
definitely.
anything you can now to be in the final.
And is it, regarding choreography, is it playing safe, doing what you know your celebrity can do? Or at this point, is it when you start taking risks?
Well, you can't play too safe. You have to give the audience something to look forward to and something that will excite them and something that will make them pick up the phone.
Yeah.
But also, of course, you've got the judges there, so you want to give them something technical
Yes.
and something beautiful to watch.
OK.
So a bit of both.
We're going to try and get through all 6 dances. We're going to do our best. Let's start with Chris and Ola.
Yes.
Erin, you're going to talk us through the ballroom.
OK.
Let's remind ourselves.
I picked up this little bit of section here that they did, just to show his improvement, really. He's got a great frame here. He goes into a hover corte, and then he goes into a beautiful eros line, a hinge into a standing spin. Now, standing spin is a real crowd pleaser.
Yes.
And this is a real classic piece of waltz choreography into a beautiful promenade position.
What is an eros?
An eros is where the
mentioned
ladies,
eros.
the lady's right leg
You've been
goes
to
up and
Piccadilly
back.
Circus, haven't you?
I have one.
Very good.
I was scared by the people, I'll be honest.
Need I say more?
But Chris has to lead that.
Yeah.
So he goes from one shape to another shape to another shape into a standing spin, then he has to stop on time and lead Ola out from a promenade position.
So that's quite difficult. So you were impressed by that choreography.
Yes.
Let's talk Latin. Let's
Yes.
talk samba. Ian.
I was a little bit disappointed because there was a bit of a lack of samba content in this routine. But what I do like here, he does this lovely travelling roll.
Yeah. That's
samba
got to
roll.
be difficult to do.
And yeah, it's difficult to do, and I wouldn't do it, to be honest, with any of my girls. But Ola's done a good job to do that, and he does not a bad job. What I love is this gyration step.
Now that's
this
crowd
is brilliant.
pleaser step.
This is crowd pleaser, and it's typically Chris, isn't it, really? And then into this crowd pleasing flying lift,
Yes.
and then up again.
You're using the phrase crowd-pleasing a lot. Bruno did.
Yes.
I mean, Bruno said, I like it was crowd-pleasing, but there was no samba in
The
it.
thing is, Ola played to his strengths because we know that Chris, if he has too much choreography, he can forget his steps.
He can.
So I think the simpler they made it, the better, and it worked for him, didn't it?
OK, but looking ahead to this week, they're doing the Argentine tango and they're going to reform or recreate a rumba. If you were
Yes.
Ola Jordan, wouldn't you try and keep it... I don't mean simple. He's capable. Darcy, in fact, yesterday said he is capable of all the steps.
Yeah.
But you don't want to make it suddenly too tricky, do
I think
you?
sometimes simplicity is the key.
It's definitely the key. But also, remember, his rumba was beautiful. And it
Yeah.
was right at the beginning, and he's improved so much since then.
OK, let's have a look at Ali and Brian's tango.
OK.
Talk us through it, Erin.
Well, here, I mean, she has got this wonderful sharp action. There's plenty of content in this routine, so I picked this one bit out. They do a contra check into a 5-step. Watch 1, 2, 3, 4. She turns on 5. They've got this great kick section into the middle. Now, the one bit I wanted to show you was the chaîné turns, as Craig.
What it says
Here, where she turns, beautifully spotting, but right at the end, oh, a little bit of a wriggle.
Yeah.
She sort of falls out of balance. Now, I think that was because her weight was too high, and she gets a little bit nervous.
I think
Yeah,
that
but
was
that's-
There was a lot of content in this routine.
Are you saying too much content?
Maybe a little too much.
OK, because Brian's been accused of that before. I didn't realise any of this at home. I just thought it looked beautiful. I didn't even notice that she was shaky. I know Craig mentioned balance.
I think in the training room she probably copes with it brilliantly, but then she gets to the live show and gets nervous and it goes stiff, and I think that's where the problem lies.
OK, let's have a look at their samba. Ian, talk us through it. Alicia said best samba of the series.
Now, they're different to Ola and Chris, the fact that he's put lots of samba content in here, lots of samba steps, and I like the way he does this beginning, where he sends her out towards the judges on her own, and she was full of intention. I like the way she attacked it. It was the best we've seen her dance Latin. And then as he starts singing in the choreography, they start voltering, and then they do some lovely samba whisks, and then does a turn into promenade runs, as you can see. So there's loads of samba content in there, and she does it very well.
Can I ask you something? Because I know I've done this in a masterclass, but you know me in a masterclass. Can you show me, Ian, the difference between a volta and a whisk?
Not here?
Yeah, go on.
Do you mind? OK, because I'm just...
A volta travels, ta-ta-ta, and you cross in front.
I've seen you do that.
And a whisk, I've seen you do that with Len. And a whisk is like that, where you whisk behind, but you stay on the spot.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
OK, so one moves and one you're stationary.
Yes. Yeah, but you've also got the difficulty. You've got a bounce in the knee as well, which is the straightening and bending of the leg, which is difficult.
Very difficult.
Yeah.
Let's look at Ricky Whittle. Both almost like flawless dancers. You've got so many tens. First up, the ballroom.
Well, I do want to say one of the best boys we've ever had on Strictly Come Dancing. Definitely. Beautiful dancer. He does here a feather step into a reverse turn with a feather finish and a fall away into the corner.
Means nothing to me.
A simple piece of choreography. Len would love it instantly, and something that you would learn as a beginner.
Yeah.
But also something that all competitors do. We still do it today. Anton and I, Ian would do it. We went into
So you think Natalie did a great job throwing
well, she instantly pleased Len.
Yes.
Instantly. But then the choreography, it gets more complex as they go on. But Foxtrot is not about difficult choreography.
No, it's
simple
just about beautiful and
beautiful movement across the floor.
He's at a different level than everybody else.
Absolutely
He's a step up from everybody else. Technically and ability, musically,
He understands the smaller points where maybe some of the other boys wouldn't pick up on. They're still concentrating on their hold and learning their steps.
OK, well, let's have a look at his Latin. Let's talk about his...
cha-cha-cha is a compact dance, and it normally stays on the spot, but here you can see he goes into shadow position and he does cha-cha walks and lock steps around the room, which brings him into the corner of the room, which is using the whole room rather than just using the middle of the room. He's doing New Yorkers to the audience, which is quite crowd-pleasing there. And then they're side-by-side Cuban breaks. Now, what Natalie's done is also play to his strengths by giving him lots of rhythmical stuff in the body. As you can see, he's gyrating a lot there, and that's what he does best. I'd like to see him use his arms a bit more. OK, all right. Thank you guys so much. I love talking about choreography. I'm now going to talk about you and the Dance Machine Challenge.
I'm so